What's up everyone, it's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and here is some double-edged sword, if you will, of news. Now personally, I don't think the negative aspect is that negative at it, based on what we've seen historically and what I've seen around in the upcoming, the run-up to what will be this game. But let's get into it without further ado anyway. So, MGS5, The Phantom Pain, is going to release on Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, and PS4 on September 1st. It was originally announced that the PC edition of the game would release on Steam 2 weeks later on September 15th. It's now been changed. Konami have announced that the PC edition of MGS5 The Phantom Pain is now going to release on September 1st, the same day as all 4 console variants of the game itself. So all 5 of them are going to be out on the same day, which is pretty cool. I'll get into this a little bit more personal detail at the end towards the end of the video at least. First off, I just want to cover the more official styles and aspects and all of it. So straight up, we already know that the game is pushed forward 2 weeks to match the console version of the release date, which I think is great. They've also, which you might hear me clicking around onto Steam here real quick. So they've also updated the pre-order / pre-purchase Steam list of updates, if you will. Or of offers, I should say. So basically, if you buy The Phantom Pain on Steam right now, you get a digital copy of MGS5 Ground Zeroes, and it does note that this is giftable, which I think is pretty cool, considering that a lot of us have probably already bought Ground Zeroes on the PC. I know I personally have, and it would suck if we had to buy the full game and this copy of Ground Zeroes just went to waste. Quick little segue here. I may actually give my copy of Ground Zeroes away on this channel to, like, in some sort of freebie giveaway thing in the future. I don't know. We'll see how that goes and what's going to come up. So back to the actual story. Anyway, they're also going to give an emblem for Venom Snake, or a Venom Snake emblem, if you will. Mother Base Staff 3. It doesn't really say what that is. It's listed as Mother Base Staff 3. Yes, I put in the extra TH sound simply because I want to reference that it's the number and not an actual wooden tree. And there's also a collector's video of some sort in there as well. So that's the main thing that they've put in there. There's one other thing I want to click in here onto the actual Steam announcement, because there is a little bit of extra details that Konami have posted on here as well. And I do want to get them out there because I still think they're fairly important, at least anyway. At least most of them are anyway. So as we all know, it's going to have proper 4K support, and not only does Metal Gear, in this case Ground Zeroes, because Phantom Pain's not out yet, but above 1080p, the game looks phenomenal. I'm personally playing it at 1440p. Looks phenomenal. I can only imagine what it looks like with 4K. So that's all I can say. It looks fantastic. They can't promise that Windows 10 support will be in it at launch, but they are going to work on getting Windows 10 support, native proper, if you will, Windows 10 support, as soon as possible. There's a lot of stuff to work with, of course, in there, but that's the main thing that they're trying to work on anyway. It's also the usual. It's going to have Steam trading cards for MGS5 The Phantom Pain, as you'd understand, or as you'd expect, and they're going to. Well, this isn't going to be in it at the moment, but they're going to patch it in at a later point where you'll be able to play custom soundtracks via MP3s stored on your PC through Snake's. I can't even remember what his little iDroid. That's it. His little iDroid. You can play like cassettes, MP3 cassettes, if you will. MP3 cassettes. That sounds kind of weird, considering that that's not what it is. But okay, that's the main part of all that anyway. Now, one other thing, which is pretty much the negative side of it on here. So we all know that Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain is going to have an online component, and that online component is Metal Gear Online. Now, Metal Gear Online has, unfortunately, for those 10 of you out there who plan on playing it, it has been delayed. Now, the console version is delayed by roughly a month. The console versions are going to go, the servers are going to go online on the 6th of October, so that's a month and 5 days after release. whereas the PC version of Metal Gear Solid Online, or Metal Gear Online, whatever the official title on it is going to launch at some point in January 2016. Now, okay, based on MGS3 actually had online multiplayer as well, but based on MGS3 and MGS4 and everything I've seen in the run-up to this, I don't think that's much of a huge loss to that many people. I realize there are probably thousands, if not 10,000s of people out there, possibly even more, who actually want to play this properly. Who knows? I could be wrong. There could be hundreds of thousands or millions. I would probably give it a try out myself, but that's just my own personal opinion on it. But I am stating the objective side of it too. So it is delayed till October 6th if you're playing on console, and it's going to be delayed to January 2016. I was going to say January 26th there. If you want to play the online component on PC. So that's the official word of everything pretty much out of the way. Now, one thing I do want to note on here as well, this is just my own personal thing, is now that week is going to be even more expensive for me, because I'm buying the collector's edition on PS4, which is the one with Snake's bionic arm and, you know, all the other shit. Anyway, I'm going to buy one of those on PS4 because it's not out on PC. There's no physical actually there's no collector's edition at all. There's no physical collector's edition on PC. So, I mean, if they had just released the collector's edition on PC as well, I could have bought one game instead of two. And unfortunately, given the way that it is, previously there was like a 2-week gap in there, so the big money hit wouldn't have been all at once, but now it is. Now it's all at once. So that's a right kick in the balls. That's all. That's pretty much all I can say. So that's pretty much everything I have covered. Now I will just throw it in here right at the end one more time again. Actually, there's 2 points I want to make. But first off, let's hope the PC version releases akin to Ground Zeroes. Ground Zeroes released on Steam end of last year, I believe it was. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure it was the end of last year. At the start of the Steam sale, it went live, and the PC release was fantastic. It had a couple of minor bugs. There wasn't anything too major. The whole depth of field thing was a bit extreme for some people. I did have a little bit of issue with it myself, but it wasn't anything game breaking. But other than that wasn't really a full-on technical issue. So the game released extremely well optimized with very few bugs and glitches, which is good and which is very nice to see. And I really hope that carries over for the Phantom Pain. Unfortunately, I know as engines get more complex, games can't be perfect, and they're harder and harder to get. I won't say get perfect, but they're harder and harder to get released in an even better state. But that doesn't excuse some of the poor releases we've seen. So hopefully history repeats itself, and Ground Zeroes and the team who have been working on Metal Gear Solid 5, hopefully all their experience transfers over to the Phantom Pain, and we have relatively, if not completely, I doubt we'd have completely, so I'll say relatively, that's it. Smooth and minimal pain-free release of the game. So that's basically the main aspect I want of it. I'm just going to end this video real quick right here, and before we do, I just want to throw in the one last thing. Because they're going to give me the extra copy of Ground Zeroes, I will probably run a giveaway of some sort on Steam, or a giveaway for my extra copy on Steam at some point. Don't take this as gospel just yet, because this announcement is fairly new. I'm going to have to work something out and see how it all goes and see how everything works, because I know they've changed something recently where Steam games can't be, I'm not sure if they can't be gifted across certain regions or something. I have to look up the gifting rules nowadays, because it's been a while. So let me know what you think about anything in this video so far. If you think that, or let me know what you think of the release date being pushed forward, Metal Gear Online being delayed and pushed back. Yes, I realize I made one or two slightly snarky comments about Metal Gear Online, but I pretty much hoped everyone realized that I was like mostly joking about that. So anyway, let me know anything you want to say about anything Phantom Pain or ground zeros or PC optimization or whatever related in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, details in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel.